Hello. Good evening. When does it become evening? It is 5:42 right now. I always run around to hurry up and get on when I get on, so then I'm like short of breath. I'm also not in the best of health, let's be real. So that probably doesn't help either. But anyways, I just wanted to pop on here. I did not get to come on here this morning for the spiritual message of the day and my mindfulness thing. And I need to be more mindful of my mind because my mind is going crazy. So I figured I would come on. Connor went to therapy. Troy is taking a nap, and we've had a long day. I took the kids this morning. We dropped Troy off at his appointment, and then they said it was going to be like 2 hours, and I was like, I'm not waiting in the car with the kids for 2 hours. And then they were like, I was like, I wonder if there's a park around here. And then I was trying to get Connor. Well, I was gonna like look at my map and try to figure stuff out, but I don't know a lot of stuff. I'm getting better, but I'm not the best at where we're located. I promise my hair's not greasy. It looks like it, but it's not. Anyways, ADHD. Hi. Hello. Okay, what was I saying? Anyways, and then I decided, because I didn't know any parks and I couldn't really find stuff, and I absolutely refuse to get on the interstate right now. If you can't tell me, or if you can't show me how to get somewhere all the way through town, I'm not doing it. Like, I refuse. I already have like anxiety with driving. Generationally, I'm doing great with that generational curse because a lot of the women in my family refuse to drive at all and refuse to get a license at all. So I do quite well for the way my family legacy is with women and driving. Am I good at it? No. Maybe that's why the women in my family don't like to drive. But I do well enough. I just get lots of anxiety about parking, about people, and about driving. Yeah. And I have no like awareness. I don't know if that's just a me thing, but like if I'm on the other side of town and I'm trying to visually see where Walmart is, I can't see what I need to do or where I need to go. So whatever. We went to Brooklands and I went on a different road because I was all the way across town. Like we were in Old Town and I'm over on Tyhee. So I was proud of myself for doing that, taking them to Brooklands, and then they refused to let me go to the car to get my water. And it's like 10 o'clock. This wasn't a planned thing. I was hot and I'm running around, and I specifically told Cutler he has to stay with Connor because I have to, no matter what, I have to keep track of your brother because he could get lost. So I have to get you to stay with Connor. Hey girl, hey. And so that took a minute to get them to stay together. And then within the first 5 minutes, what do you know? Cutler bashes his head on something and hurts his lip, like his teeth and his lip. And I'm like, that kid. Is uncoordinated. There's another thing, Crystal. And Crystal is a Gemini, and she's one of my besties. And I swear to you, from the back seat, when I'm trying to get Connor to pick, I said, Stewart Park or Brooklands, Stewart Park or Brooklands. Like, this is something we do for Connor so that, because if you ask him, a lot of the times you'll pause, you'll wait, and Connor won't actually give you an answer. But if you give him two options, he's more prone to say an option like, and a lot of times we'll say yes or no. Is this a yes or a no? And then we'll get that. It's easier to give him options to get the answer. But I was saying Brooklands or Stewart Park, Brooklands or Stewart Park. And I'm heading there, like I'm heading to that side of town because we're in Old Town, so we're coming back. And I guess Connor must have said Brooklands, but I didn't hear him, and I wanted to hear him say it because I didn't want Cutler to pick. I wanted Connor to pick because Connor's going to be my problem. If we go somewhere he doesn't want to go, Connor's going to be the problem. That's just the way Cutler's life has to be, okay? And he goes from the back, he goes, Jesus Christ, he said Brooklands already. I was like, cheese and rice, first thing, we don't say that. And then I was like, what am I supposed to do with you? You are literally your Aunt Crystal from the back seat. I'm like, that is Crystal. Anytime Crystal accidentally does that, Connor goes off into a prayer, and we all have to stop what we're doing and pray because Crystal says naughty things. And so from the back, Cutler's doing that, and I'm trying not to laugh because it's not funny. He should be nice to his mom. I didn't hear Connor say Brooklands. So anyways, I was very thankful because there was like a gray truck turning at where I thought I needed to turn. So I just kind of followed him, and then he turned off, and another gray truck took me all the way to Brooklands. And I was like, this is perfect. I did it. Yeah. And then it was too hot. They wouldn't let me get water. I couldn't keep track of them. The kids, girl, the freaking kids. Cutler's swearing at me from the back seat. They wouldn't let me get my water. It was beating sun on me. I was chasing around, trying to keep track of them in the stupid playground that was unplanned, trying to be this good mom, because I'm such a good mom. Let's wait for Troy to get done with his procedure and we'll go to the park, because I don't want to go home, because then if you guys get into things, then you're going to be like not wanting to get back in the car, and it's going to be a mess. So we're running around the playground. It's too hot. They won't let me get me a drink. I'm starting to panic because I'm too hot. And they finally let me go to the car, but then the splash pad at Brooklands turns on. And so then Connor's like, swimsuit. I'm like, we're leaving here. We are leaving here. So then I was like, well, the other option was Stewart Park, but I know they have a splash pad too, but the library's over there. And I don't know if the kids area ever shuts down the library, but I was just hopeful that it was open. So we went over there, and then we played in the library forever. And I did puzzles with the kids. I ran blocker on Connor. Connor would get like certain toys to line up, and then all these little 1-year-olds would come over to steal them, and Connor's like, no! I'm like, oh my gosh. So then I'm like, don't touch the cars. You can't touch these cars. Don't touch these cars. Telling other moms he's autistic. So, I mean, if it was the other kid, I would tell him to share. But like this kid, let's just don't touch the cars. Okay? And then when he was done and he was fixated on the food, I would put away the cars. Everyone could play with the cars. But we did some puzzles. We sang and we played for like ever. And then of course Troy gets done with his procedure at 12:30, and then I've got to head back to Old Town, and it is just the traffic. No, the traffic was horrific. But I made it through that, and then I picked up Troy, who had sedation for his procedure, so you can imagine. So I've got Cutler, Connor. Connor's the best, honestly. It's Troy and Cutler that give me hell, and they're the same freaking person. There's just a difference in the age. That's the only thing. It's the age. And don't tell them they're like each other because then they get offended. But you two are the same person. You're the same person, and you're causing me the same problems, and you don't listen, and I'm so tired of you two. Yeah. Anyways, I made it through that. They, I'll answer that later. What was I thinking? And then Troy hasn't eaten because he couldn't eat all day yesterday, and then he couldn't eat this morning. He was just on a clear liquid diet. And so then he's starving, and he wants me to stop at a burger place. You guys, I've already told you, I have freaking parking anxiety. I have driving anxiety, and everybody's like, yeah, let's go eat, we want food. And then Cutler's like, it has to be McDonald's. And like, I'm just like, whatever, we will go there. It's 12:30, you idiots. There are more people peopling out here. Get me home. I want to be home. I have done the mom thing. I have taken you to 2 amazing things. I'm amazing. I rocked this, but I want to be home. I'll make you a sandwich. But I felt bad for Troy because he hadn't eaten, blah, blah, blah. So we did get McDonald's, and then we went home. I did get road rage a little bit. But yeah, I survived. And then I took like a 20-minute nap. I went and ate my food alone in silence because that is my autism. I cannot eat around people. There's too much noise, too much chaos. It's too much. It's too much for me. And then I came back out. I helped the kids. We were playing around. And then I fell asleep on the couch for like 20 minutes. And then they woke me up and Connor almost threw an iPad because he was mad because Dad wouldn't let him take it outside, and now it's windy, and Connor's at therapy, and Troy's taking a nap. And Cutler is playing a game that I assembled, and he's doing a puzzle. He's actually really good at puzzles. He just needs busy work. Like, you know how Troy's obsessive about projects? I just need to have projects available for Cutler. Like, the puzzle has been an amazing thing. But the problem is, like, I gave him that game, and he tried to take it apart. He was trying to figure it out. He wants to know, how do the pieces disappear in the mouth? And so then he's, like, opening, and he's prying, and he's looking, and he's trying to disassemble. And I'm like, you're going to break the toy. You're going to break the toy. We don't disassemble toys. This is a good therapy toy for Connor, the burping hippo game. People is too much. Anyways, let's see what the message was for today that we didn't mindfully look at this morning. It's the 13th. It's my 14th anniversary. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Anyways, release what you no longer need. Oh, okay. Surrender the parts of your past that no longer serve you. People, possessions, thoughts. Be willing to release them if you don't need them anymore. Doing so creates the space you need to allow in true love, to create honest connections, and to live an extraordinary, fulfilling life. Surrender to the parts of your past that no longer serve you. Parts of your past that no longer serve you. Discovery crafts. I need him to do something that I don't have to help him with. That sounds so wrong. Like, I almost thought, like, if I got a bunch of nuts and bolts and told him I needed all the bolts on the nuts, like, that, I feel like that would be busy work. And he does love helping. So if Troy is a little bit like his dad in the way where he wants to do things a certain way, and he finds people stupid who don't want to do things the way he wants to do it. And then he doesn't have the patience to allow people to learn on their own. And I am somebody who has to learn through doing. I want you to talk me through doing what it is that I'm wanting to do. Because if I don't physically do the thing, I will not remember how to do it because you just did it for me. Like, I need to do the thing. I need you to teach me by being in the back and letting me do it. So he needs to learn to do projects with Cutler and allow Cutler to go at his own pace and like the nuts and bolts thing. Take a board and make him hammer some freaking nails, dude. This kid is all boy. Okay. It's also Hecate's night today. Is that why it's like out there witchy? I made Cutler take a video of me spinning in the wind and I was gonna put it to like the background of, you won't know when I'm a witch or something, but there will be signs or something like that. I don't know what I was gonna try to do because like dancing in the witches are just healers. I know that creeps people out, but it's literally a healer. It's like an herbal medicine woman. It's like I don't know. It's not a bad word. I mean, some people think priests and Bible and stuff is a bad word. You have to form your own opinion. Okay. Anyway, surrender to the parts of your past that no longer serve you. What is the parts of your past that are coming up? Okay, I've got it in my head. And it tells me what? Surrender the parts of your past that no longer serve you. The people, possessions, and thoughts. The thoughts. Again, it's coming back to me needing to journal again, which the stuff that I need to do, you guys need to do too. So journaling needs to be something that we incorporate into our mindfulness practice, because how do you know where your emotions are at without allowing yourself to feel your emotions? Like, I just constantly ignore it. I just do for everybody. And I get overwhelmed with my emotions, and it's so easy. I could almost relate it to Vampire Diaries. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that, but like they switch off their humanity. And I'm not saying I switch off my humanity, because I'm still a very caring, loving, wonderful person to other people. But I shut off what affects me, and I switch that button so that I don't worry about my emotions and my feelings and what's going on in my head. I may not have physically, like, I do physically self-harm in pinching myself if I get too close to crying or too emotional around people. If you pay attention, I will start pinching myself if I'm becoming overcome by my own emotions. Like, because if I would cry in front of my mom, oh man, that would be used against you. My dad would lecture us for so long and yell at us for so long until I would have a panic attack and puke, and then he would stop. So I had to learn ways of coping and shutting off those emotions. And now I have to unlearn those things, because that practice is not a healthy practice. I need to be able to feel those emotions. So one of the ways that you can start that isn't so terrible is by journaling. I am excited for the book. Obviously, I'm interested in your book, Jen. Obviously, I'm interested in your book. There was another thing that somebody was like talking about chewing on the inside of your cheek being a self-harm thing. I forgot that I did that all the freaking time. I would find that little spot that was kind of just a little bit different and just chew. But like just to get your mind off of emotions. And I just need to start journaling again. And this is helping, this mindfulness, holding myself accountable to make sure that I'm not just helping myself, but helping you guys. By helping you guys, I'm healing. By healing me, I'm healing you. It's just, that's the way it works. And it does seem like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but it does seem like a toxic pattern has come back into my life. And like a cycle that I'm supposed to break. And it is freaking hard. Putting yourself first and your healing first and being selfish in what you need is hard. I'm just saying, it's hard. Okay. That was our spiritual message of the day. I did want to talk about the sound bowls real quick. I know these do not sound good. I'm so tired of the earth. I love her, but if she don't get her shit together and stop going off all day yesterday and today, girl, I'm busy. You're messing with my vibe. Nail biting, picking, I would chew holes in my lip when, yep. Antibiotics to help. Yeah, girl. I did not remember that I used to do that. I also would rock back and forth, and my mom told me she would say, don't do that. You look crazy, just like your bio dad. And they're gonna put you in a mental facility if you do that. Meanwhile, I was an undiagnosed autistic person. And I was doing this because you were overwhelming me with your psychoticness. Like you were making me stim. This bowl might be louder. I said not to bring that phone out here. When you guys have kids shows going on in the background, it will take away my video. This is a sound bowl. You can hear two different pitches, right? Cutler, don't touch, please. Yeah, Cutler's helping. That's helpful. I hope you don't break the bowl. Anyways, my point is, these are sound bowls. When people come to a sound bath, people are still in our community, still don't understand. Okay, I want you to stop because these are expensive. Okay, go back inside. Okay, Cutler, you're gonna knock it off the table. Oh, my life is beautiful. Thank you for listening. Anyways, so sound bowls. There is 7 in the sets that we use. They are for the main chakras. Their pitches are all different. These ones are crystal. We do have a Tibetan set that me and Crystal are slowly gonna try to incorporate into our sound baths, but those are a lot harder to play, and we have not had enough practice with them. But those ones are more grounding. And I just want to talk about like the healing of sound baths, okay? So sound baths are a deeply restorative and transformative experience. And they are so much more than just listening to the bowls. Each time you join, you're immersing yourself in a full spectrum of healing frequencies and sacred practices that support your body, mind, and spirit. So we always are doing something like maybe one time out of the month, you might have a sound bath where there's not a healer I mean, Crystal's still a healer. Where there's not a healing process, nope, there's still a healing process going on. I don't know how I want to phrase this, but where there's not extra on top of it. But the majority of the time, there is a extra person doing extra healing during the sound baths. I go to all of them, and it is very hard for me not to send Reiki energy to the entire group. The only one that I'm really kind of good at blocking everything out is the cacao ceremony, and I try to make that one just for me. But you've got Danielle, who does her shamanic healing. She does soul fragmentations. She does Akashic record stuff. A lot of the times when she's working one of our events, she is doing a lot of pulling, pushing. She'll tell you that she feels like holes or there was cords attached to your aura or whatnot. And then a lot of the times she'll give you like a piece of paper with like a mini message of what she felt. And then you've got Crystal, who's getting more into doing her stuff. Specifically. Yeah. I'm live. Huh? Okay. You feel better? Yeah. Connor's back at 7. I'll be off of here by then. You've got Crystal, who's starting to do her specialty more at the sound baths now that she's further into her sound bath journey. She has done sound baths where she lays crystals on top of your body, and she uses her really cool crystal wand. It's like faceted in so many different directions, and then she'll go through and like program the crystals and heal you that way, and then give you a specific message from the healing that you do. She's also been doing some tuning fork energy sessions, and then I'll do my Reiki energy, and a lot of the times I'll give you a specific spiritual message there too, where I'll tell you what I felt spiritually, or what I felt in your chakras, or what spirit told me you needed to work on. Sometimes it's hard when you guys come to the sound baths, because you have to come with an open mind and an open heart, because we do give you guys what we get. And if you're not ready to hear those things, or you might be like, well, I don't know how that resonates with me, or I didn't really get a good vibe or whatnot. Know that you have to be open to the healing for your best possible self, your higher self, and that we're not doing anything without positivity. So if you're having an adverse effect and you're thinking that this is bad, it could be something that you're holding on to that's not wanting you to receive the healing. It could be an attachment. If I tell you that I feel something like there's something deep inside you that's going on around betrayal, and you tell me, I've never been betrayed in my life. I want you to take the messages that we give you, and I want you guys really to ponder the things, because we are really in tune, and we are very gifted in what we do, and we've been doing this for not a ton of time, but long enough, and we work really, really hard at it, to stay connected, to open the circle properly, to talk to the land, to incorporate all the things. And if you really sit down and think about those spiritual messages, like, those are things that we're telling you need to work on for a reason. I don't want to scare you off, though. I want you guys to come. Like, it's amazing. It feels amazing. It won't work. Right. We have had people say that I look kind of dark or something. And I can tell you I'm absolutely not dark. I only channel from light, and I am very positive. So if you're seeing me in a dark light, that might be something going on in in your spirit. So just try to be more open to the healing energy, because don't do anything not of light. Every bowl we use carries its own frequency and intention. And what's really cool about the sound baths too is if somebody, like if I'm doing a healing, or Crystal's doing a healing, or Danielle's doing a healing, whoever is playing the bowls, when the healer gets to that specific person, your song for the bowls is different than everybody else's. Like, you'll notice that the person playing the bowls, like, the song is different for each person, and it's because each person needed something different. Like, sometimes when I'm working on somebody, I'm having a hard time with their throat chakra and their heart chakra, and then I'll look over and Crystal's playing the throat and the heart, because we're just so in tune with each other that she's playing those frequencies, and it's helping me pull that energy up and over through the bowls to push into your chakras, to pull out what I need to pull out and re-energize what I need to re-energize. But each person's song is so different and so beautiful, and I just love the fact that it's different every time you come. Again, the Tibetan bowls we are working on, those are going to be more grounding. Healing is not just a one-time event. A lot of the time, I'd like to know what I am. Girl, you be surprised. You'd be surprised. I don't know what's going on with people. But if we're not your jam, we're not your jam. There is other people, and I mean, we go to other people's sound baths too. Everybody who does it differently, and you can get something from every session. I know Enchantments does it. I think that Yoga Spot down by Blades might do some. I don't know. MIP might even do some. I'm not sure. But you should try all of them and see where your vibe is at, where you feel the most comfortable. Healing is not a one-time event, though. I'm really tired of you guys coming one time in like 6 months. Like, please help us help you, because we see you one time and then you come back again in 6 months. And then, like, where are you getting on your healing journey if you're not putting yourself first and you're not coming at least once a month? Like, you need to be coming at least once a month. $25 once a month for an hour and a half is not crazy. Like, start putting it on your calendar. We usually have 3 months out in advance. Pick one once a month that you're interested in. A lot of the times we have full moon ceremonies. If you want to try cacao this month, and then next month you want to try a Reiki one, and then next month you want to try something that Crystal's doing a healing at. Like, you guys, so healing's like an onion. I've said this multiple times. It's like an onion. So you have all these emotional traumas that you've got since childhood. You have all of these physical traumas you've got since childhood. You have all of these spiritual traumas that you've got since childhood. There's like a lot of religious trauma, a lot of, what do I call it again? Not spiritual crisis, a crisis of faith. Like, you have those in your system. And each time you do a healing session with a healer, they peel back a layer of one of those things. Unfortunately, we cannot peel back all of your traumas all at once unless you're a crazy person and you want to become into spiritual psychosis and lose your mind. I don't recommend that. But we peel back a layer of something physical, emotional, or spiritual that's right on the top. Like, it's almost like your spirit picks what needs to be healed first. What happened emotionally, spiritually, physically, that's right on the surface, that needs to be peeled back, that needs to be released at that moment when you come to your session. And we peel back that layer. And then you guys go about your months, and you add more emotional, physical, and spiritual traumas. And if you're not doing any of your energy work, like you're not doing any of your mindfulness, and you just keep tacking on more and more layers, we are never gonna peel back enough to get some of those deep-seated, rooted traumas that you really, really need to let go of. So I just want to encourage you to start coming at least once a month. I started this business, I don't know, 5 years ago or something. And I told myself that I was never going to be somebody that was like pushing people to come back and see me. And it honestly is because for fear of judgment, because I didn't want to seem like a business. Like I wanted you guys to be the ones that would pick that, but you're not picking it. You're not picking it. You need some encouragement. So here I am encouraging you. If you come see me for energy healing sessions, I've been saying I want to see you back in 1 to 2 months. And before I was not saying anything. I was saying when you dream about me, which sounds weird, but like if you are needing a healing session and you're avoiding me, eventually my spirit will go see you in your dream and be like, where are you at? You need to come back. Or if you're thinking about, I need to come back, I need to schedule with her again, like that's again our spirits connecting, like come on back. So now I say 1 to 2 months because I want to keep peeling back those layers, and I want to keep us healing. I want to get to some deep rooted things. I want to help us so that when we pile more traumas on or more emotions on that we're going through, we're not completely overcome by everything because we were doing the work to remove some of that stuff during the time. Okay. Coming regularly to sound baths allows your body to recalibrate, release layers of tension, and integrate subtle energetic shifts over time. Just like physically working out your muscles energetically, this practice strengthens your inner alignment and resilience. Each session builds upon the last. It's just, are you going to put yourself first or not? So again, I said we do Reiki energy sessions. That's what I do at them. Sometimes I'll pick whether I want to work on just one chakra, or I'll just see with each individual person what happens. Depending on how many people come to the sound bath, I can do like, I think this last one we had 14 people show up, which was amazing. It was amazing. But the more people that do show up, I was only able to do about 3 to 4 minutes for each person. But if there's less people that show up, then I'm able to do more healing. And when we do the indoor sound baths, we only allow 10 people to sign up. And for those, like, I think this is, I want to say it's August. September's sound baths are tentative. Like, I don't know if that's the word, but like they may be indoor depending on weather, or they may be outdoor. So definitely come to the ones in August. We have one this Saturday at 8 p.m. and it is a cacao ceremony with Danielle and Crystal. That one's my favorite. It's just super relaxing. You drink the sacred cacao. It literally is just cacao, and she adds her own energy work into it. She does put milk and honey into the mix. And if you're somebody who's like, oh, I can't really do the cacao because I can't really do milk or something, let us know and we can maybe make something work for you. But the cacao is a heart-opening plant medicine used for centuries in rituals. Cacao gently awakens your heart chakra and deepens your connection to inner truth, intuitions, and emotional clarity, making the sound journey even more profound. There is something about watching the clouds during the sound bath that is super magical. But like during a cacao ceremony, I swear I see rainbows in the clouds. Like, it is crazy. I don't know what she puts in that cacao. I'm just saying, it's pretty trippy. It's my favorite. It is my favorite. Again, Crystal does the crystal grid. She does the tuning fork. Sometimes I will put a crystal grid. If you came to the one where I was doing energy work at last week, I did put a crystal grid out. Did I take any pictures? Nope. There's so much things that we do that we don't even advertise that we do. We work really, really hard to help you guys heal. Every element in our sound baths, our sound, energy, plant medicine, crystal healing, and intuitive guidance has been chosen with deep intention. We sit there, we have our meeting, and we channel what is it that we need to do on this week to help the people heal. And then we will schedule it. And I think the last meeting that we had, I was like, we just need to keep doing healings. I think the last month we did some where we did painting and aura stuff and some other types of sound baths. We did the kids sound bath. We did emotions one. I don't know if we have a free, did we already do the free one? I think we might have, I don't know. We did a Father's Day one, so definitely look at our schedule. Whether you're seeking clarity, emotional release, inner peace, or spiritual activation, these gatherings are a space of soft receiving and a realign with your true self. The land is magical out here. It is beautiful. A lot of people will wait to see who says it, but a lot of people will be like, at the end of the sound bath, they're like, what are the floaty things in the air? And it's the energy healing. It's the land. It's like the land transmuting and flowing with the energy. It's so beautiful. So, please start coming more regularly because we want to see you. We want to see you on your healing journey. I don't know what you're saying, not yet, to my friend. And I think that's it. I just wanted to talk about the sound baths, show you a little bit of the sound bowls. We do have the gong too that she uses. Crystal is amazing at the sound bowls. I'm not too bad too. She doesn't remember anything at the last sound bath, which I think is hilarious. We were laughing so hard after the last sound bath that Val's dog started barking at us. It was so funny. Not yet. We haven't done it yet. If we don't have it scheduled, we might have to fit one in because that was nice to do a free sound bath. We have to do it before the weather gets too much colder too. I don't know. We also do have our witchy crafts coming around. We're making mullein candles. Mullein is a very, very healing plant, and you get to add candle wax and herbs to it for specific intentions. If you're really working hard on boundaries, come make a mullein candle for boundaries. If you're really working hard on self-love, make one for self-love. Use it in a self-love ritual. I'm super excited. I wrote down the things that I want to make 3 of them for that. For specific reasons. And then we do have the witches ladders, and I did collect a lot more wood. And then I don't know, I'm still gonna go foraging and look for other things. I don't know what else I want. I did keep my basil tops, and those smell delicious. And basil's all about abundance, so those would be really good to use on a witch's ladder for abundance. Hi, Brianna. How are you, girl? Yeah, I don't know. What's in store tomorrow? Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I am open from 10 to 7. If you come before 3 o'clock, I do have children that will be noisy during your visit to shop. If you come after 3 o'clock, I usually have a husband who can watch the children. So again, I'll be open from 10 to 7. And then on Saturday, we have the cacao ceremony, which I'm super excited about. I feel like I should set up something specific for myself to do a ritual for letting go of my ego. Maybe I do some journaling during the cacao ceremony. But do I really want to bring myself down? I should do something uplifting, because the cacao really makes you really, really happy or really, really purge. And I want to be happy and high. Okay? That's what I want. Anyways, if you guys want to come to that or you have any questions about that, let us know. I did tell you to bring lots of blankets, bring yourself a sweater, bring yourself a hat, just in case, because when the sun goes down, your little heads and your little bodies just start shivering, and then I'm starting to run to grab blankies and you might be cold. I'm gonna let you guys go though. I'm tired. I'm gonna give the children a bath, and I'm gonna take a bath, and it's an early bedtime tonight, just so that I can wake up at, I think I woke up at 1 this morning because Connor came in, and then I went to the couch because he's too hot, and then it took me forever to fall asleep, and then I had an alarm set for Troy for 4 a.m. and then he got up and did what he needed to do, and then I fell back asleep, and then I woke up at 7. Anyways, we don't sleep in this house. There's no sleep in this house. There's no sleep in this house. I did post 3 vanadinite crystals for people for your third eye. That is the crystal of this month, and they are small but mighty, let me tell you. So take a look at those and see if you're interested. But I love you guys. Keep being mindful. Start your journals again. Start working on your emotions. That's because your kids went to school. That's because your kids got stimulated. That's another thing. Like, Cutler will do so much better when he's in school and his mind's being stimulated by his teacher. I'll probably, like, how many phone calls do you think I'm going to get this year about his mouth and about, like, his sarcasm, about swearing? My kids are complete opposites. I don't get to parent one even remotely close to the other one. And you think Connor would be my handful. It literally is Cutler. But I love him. He is a free spirit. And he gets to be free because I don't want him not to be a child. Because I was not a child. He's giving me heart attacks. He's giving me heart attacks. Like, literally in the playground for like 5 minutes, and he's already bashed his face. Can you just go a day? A day. Can you just go a day? Anyways, I love you guys. I will talk to you later. Bye.